Kir Kanos was a member of the elite Emperor's Royal Guard during the Galactic Civil War. Kanos held unwavering loyalty to Emperor Palpatine. He evaded the destruction of Second Death Star and Biss. Kanos was the last loyal guard after the Yin Chor massacre. He swore a blood oath against the traitor Kana Jax. Kanos became the most wanted man in the galaxy. A massive bounty was put on his head by the Imperial remnant. Kanos swore to eliminate everyone who had accelerated Palpatine's death, targeting the Imperial ruling council. This council, once a symbol of the Empire's strength, had become fractured, each member vying for control. Kanos, driven by duty and vengeance, saw it as his mission to eradicate these traitors. The council's infighting created a power vacuum, leaving the Empire vulnerable. Kanos knew he had to dismantle this corrupt council. Kanos partnered with Tav Kennedy, whose late father led the Royal Guard Academy. Disguised as bounty hunter Kenix Kill, Kanos infiltrated the council, gathering intelligence and identifying key targets. Kanos's disguise allowed him to manipulate the council from within. However, a mysterious assassin began eliminating council members, disrupting Kanos's plans. Kanos discovered a conspiracy by Black Sun to replace council members with clones. This added complexity to his mission, as he now faced a powerful criminal syndicate. Kanos temporarily called off his plot to rescue Mirith Sin, captured by Black Sun. His sense of honor compelled him to save her, even if it meant delaying his mission. These events culminated in Kanos' assassination of Xandel Karivas, head of the ruling council. With Karivas' death, Kanos took a significant step towards restoring order and avenging his emperor. Kanos continued operating as a bounty hunter, taking up assignments in various backwater sectors and hoping to one day take on Luke Skywalker. Eventually, Kanos was sought by the restored Empire. Devian wished for Kanos to join his cause. Nothing is known of Kir Kanos' life before he joined the Galactic Empire, but his experience served him well during his trials to become a Royal Guard. Kanos' superior skills and unwavering loyalty set him apart. His early life and training forged him into a formidable warrior. Recognized for his skill, Kanos was removed from his squad to receive special training that would make him a Royal Guard. Alongside 43 other recruits, Kanos arrived on Yin Chor, the home of the Imperial Royal Guard Academy. On this wasteland of a world, Kanos and his fellow soldiers were exposed to the roughest conditions and forced to fight constantly in a dangerous arena known as the Squall. It was in the Squall that Kanos first came to know the ambitious soldier known as Kana Jax. Jax and Kanos were often sparring partners within the Squall, with Jax almost always the victor. However, Kanos was soon to discover several more trials before his advancement. Although he and Jax were obvious standouts, another soldier, Bur Danid, was more highly praised as the best among the recruits. When Palpatine visited the academy, Danid was presented as the foremost student among Kanos' class. Kanos and Jax watched as Danid was used in a demonstration with Darth Vader. Vader and Danid dueled, but it was not a fair fight. Danid was easily outmatched and overpowered. Vader showed no mercy, throwing Danid's wounded body into the depths of the Squall. As the training continued, Kanos became among the best in his class. His dedication and relentless pursuit of excellence set him apart. Every drill, every exercise, every challenge was met with unwavering determination. Kanos was not just training his body, he was honing his mind. The original class of 43 was eventually reduced to only a few. The grueling regimen took its toll, weeding out those who couldn't keep up. Each day the numbers dwindled, leaving behind only the most resilient and determined. The remaining men were put into pairs to learn to rely on their brothers for support and companionship. This was about building trust and camaraderie. They learned to move as one, to anticipate each other's needs. Kanos was paired with Lemmet Tauk, and they grew to depend on each other. Their bond grew stronger with each passing day as they faced countless challenges side by side. Kanos and Tauk were overjoyed when they were selected as the final 4 recruits to survive the training. It was a moment of triumph, a testament to their hard work and perseverance. Alongside Kana Jax and his partner Alum Frost, Kanos and Tauk came before the master instructor Ved Kennedy. The air was thick with anticipation as they awaited their final instructions. He informed them that their training was almost complete but for one final test. This test would be the ultimate measure of their skills, their resolve and their loyalty. In pairs, the potential guardsmen were to be brought before Palpatine to complete their training. This was the moment they had been preparing for, the culmination of all their efforts. Jax and Frost went first while Kanos and Tauk waited outside. The tension was palpable as they stood in silence, each lost in their own thoughts. Although Tauk was visibly nervous, Kanos steeled his nerves, trying to calm his good friend. He spoke words of encouragement, reminding Tauk of all they had accomplished together. When the doors opened, the two men strode forward into the Emperor's chamber, coming face to face with the leader of the galaxy. The grandeur of the chamber was overwhelming. A spatter of blood decorated the floor, and he could see Kana Jax peering out at him from behind Palpatine's throne. The sight was both shocking and sobering, a stark reminder of the stakes involved. After being congratulated for their accomplishments, the Emperor ordered that the two men fight for him. This was the final test, a trial by combat that would determine their fate. Kanos and Tauk hesitated, but at the demand of Vader, the two men crossed blades. Kanos quickly took the upper hand, battering aside Tauk's weaker defense. Kanos drove his blade through Tauk's stomach, realizing he had just killed his best friend. Palpatine congratulated Kanos, who was left in emotional turmoil. "You have passed your final test. You will serve your Emperor well." Kanos served with distinction for several years, but matters outside his control changed his life forever. Kanos escaped death during the Battle of Endor. Unfortunately, this service was to be short-lived. The galaxy had been in turmoil for years, and the final battle was supposed to bring peace. But peace is a fragile thing, easily shattered by the echoes of war and the ambitions of those who seek power. Due to the efforts of the Jedi Luke Skywalker, Palpatine was finally killed on Onderon while his spirit dissipated into chaos, leaving no chance for a potential return. The battle on Onderon was fierce, with the sky painted in hues of fire and smoke. Many of the Guard perished during the ultimate destruction of the Emperor's throne world of Biss. The planet, once a symbol of the Emperor's power, was now a graveyard of crumbling buildings and fiery explosions, and most of the rest were killed serving aboard the Eclipse II. The mighty warship, a symbol of the Empire's strength, was reduced to wreckage. Kanos and approximately 20 others who had lived returned to Yinchor and the Imperial Royal Guard Academy. The journey back was long and arduous, with the weight of their losses heavy on their shoulders. Led by Master Kennedy, the group lay in mourning for 10 full days. The mourning ceremony was a somber affair, with the setting sun casting long shadows over the gathering. However, on the 10th day, they were interrupted by a lone guardsman, badly injured and strained from his long journey from Onderon. The guardsman had overheard a confession from the Emperor's physician on Onderon, implicating Kana Jax in a conspiracy to kill the Emperor. Jax had bribed the physician to tamper with Palpatine's clones, ensuring a quick death and forcing Palpatine to confront Skywalker on Onderon, finalizing his death. Realizing that Jax was not present in the database and had not died in battle, the remaining guards swore death to the traitor. However, just at that moment, the gathering was interrupted by a legion of stormtroopers. The sudden arrival of the stormtroopers was a stark reminder that the galaxy was still a dangerous place. Opening fire on the Emperor's Royal Guard, a battle broke out within the facility, with the Guard badly outnumbered. Although the Guard succeeded in killing many stormtroopers, they were soon withered down to only 2. Kanos was chosen to escape as Han had covered his retreat. The building exploded, leaving Kanos the only remaining Royal Guard. Determined, he set off on his journey, driven by duty and honor.